Hi. As we begin to develop a regular mindfulness practice, and we'll be learning a series of traditional and well-researched mindfulness practices to do on a regular basis. And over the course of this semester, we'll go through all of them and some more, and you'll take away different insights and you'll find value in different ones in different ways so that you can find sort of the practices that resonate most with you at this time in your life and in your career. We begin, and I'm just going to share with you here a practice that I call the present moment pivot. It's very simple to learn. It's very simple to get under your belt so that you're able to do it without having to listen to anything or follow any instructions other than what you learn right away and then can replicate. It's useful for a variety of reasons. You'll see, and I'll demonstrate it in a moment, that you're essentially counting continuously, but in a structured way, and you're not going on endlessly. You sort of keep coming back after you only count up about to 6, and it works its way up in a way that's very structured, and also, and this is very important, allows you to begin to have a little greater mastery over the passage of time. It may be that by and large, we've never really thought about, well, what is a minute? What is 2 minutes? What is 3 minutes? And, there's a part of the brain that keeps track of time, you could say, but there's many factors that can influence that. And you probably know at times when time goes fast, times when it seems to go slow. And so it's really our relationship to the passage of time. And here we are, we could say, really zeroing in on developing a very direct relationship to the passage of time and a little greater mastery over the passage of time. You'll see, for example, when I demonstrate the practice that, I'll pretty much nail with precision, and I could be more precise, but I'm not going to try to be too precise, and you don't need to be precise with the passage of a minute. And we'll do this as a 3-minute practice. So I'm encouraging you all to practice on a regular basis as you begin to develop your mindfulness, the location, the time, the place, time, place, manner, this to really be the practice that allows the other things to fall into place, so that then when we begin to learn other practices that have a little bit more or fewer moving parts, and we're left a little bit more in the silence, or left a little bit more with moving through different parts of the body or whatever it may be, so it's a little bit more involved, that this very straightforward practice can be a very useful way of getting a lot of the pieces in place as we embark on this ambitious journey. So the way it works is I'm going to count from 1 to 6, and then I'm going to count from 1 to 6 again. You can think of it as almost like climbing up a ladder, 6 rungs, and then climbing back down, but the count begins each time. And what I mean by that is this. It'll be 1, 2, 3, a little slower than this, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it works its way to 6. That'll be about a minute. I'll explain that in a moment. And then it'll work its way to 12. That'll be a second minute. And then it works its way to 18. That'll be the third minute. And if you were to want to do it for 4 minutes, you could then come back and do 1 to 6, and that would be the 4th minute, or 1 to 12, and that would be the 5th minute, or 1 to 18, and that would be the 6th minute. So it's very regimented. It's very straightforward. And I think you'll find with little practice that it's very easy to remember, and then you'll find, I think, that you'll look to it at various times of the day when you're not practicing, but maybe you're in line and you're waiting for something, and you're getting a little bored or restless. And rather than turn to your phone, you're sort of like interested in returning to the present moment a little bit more fully. So this is the pivot toward the present moment, and then when we're a little bit more fully inhabiting the present moment, we could say, we can then pivot more skillfully and meaningfully into what we do next. Same thing if you're driving in traffic, although I caution you not to really do this practice when driving, or any practice for that matter. But if you were sitting at the light and you were feeling that restlessness, waiting for the light to turn, you might find that you turn to this then. And it can be interesting to see how it might change our relationship to that, conditioned frustration or whatever it might be for us. Alrighty, so let's get into it. I'm going to wait till the clock hits the top of the minute. It's about to do it, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 2, 1 minute, 3, 4, 5, 6. About a minute and 3 seconds. Couple things, and then we'll do it for 3 minutes. Although after I share a few more thoughts, you don't need to stay with the video and do it for 3 more minutes unless you would like to sort of follow along and maybe have it even be something that you have as your practice for today. So a couple things. As I indicated before, you would do that till 18, and you would, in doing so, reach 3 minutes. In addition, you know, it may be very sort of structured and maybe even a little bit repetitive, one could say, but you'll find that your mind will wander, and it'll be very interesting. In fact, I don't know if you caught it, but when I began with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I began to think about something. And when I then went to continue on, I, for a moment, said 2. And I did that prematurely, but I caught myself. Now, there's something important there. You can't do this wrong. If you forget the count, if you repeat the same number, whatever it is that might happen is really what this is all about. This isn't about doing this with precision or perfection. It's about having this practice create an opportunity to begin to not only train a faculty as important as attention, but also begin to see more clearly the nature of the mind and what happens, and just how prone we are to mind wandering, and how flaky attention is, but also how we can notice it and how we can regroup around it. So be good to yourself. If you're doing this for a 3-minute practice one day and somewhere along the way you get a little bit lost, don't go back to the beginning. That's not what this is about. Roughly approximate where you are, just take a guess, and then continue on, and that's fine. I did it out loud, and when I guide it in a moment as a 3-minute practice, I will start the first minute out loud, the second minute out loud, but I'll get quieter. And then for the third minute, I'll do it internally. And then at the very, very end, just so that we can all sort of be on the same page, when I get to that last line of 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I will say that out loud. You might want to do this out loud. I think you'll find that probably doing it internally is the way to go. The more busy your mind is, the more doing it out loud might be helpful. But ultimately, to be able to have it as an internal object that you're attending to, which is this internal recitation of the count with a certain structure to it, is a very accessible and flexible and transferable. Wherever you are, you can do this practice, as I touched on a few moments ago. Alrighty, so with that, enjoy the present moment pivot. Give it a couple days, a couple of times to sort of get it down, and then be intrigued by what it is that arises when we do this oh so simple practice. In other videos, I will further elaborate on ways of bringing the breath into it, ways of bringing the heart rate into it, ways of bringing other types of practices into it so that it's not so rigidly tethered to the count, but actually the count becomes an underlying pulse when attention and awareness can take flight in a more open way. So there's lots of applications to this as well. Alrighty, so now feel free to turn this off and carry on, or let this be a 3-minute practice. So again, I'm gonna wait till I get to sort of the bottom of the minute in about 10 seconds. I'll go from 1 to 6, then I will get a little quieter from 6 to 12, and then I'll go quiet from 12 to 17, and then I'll pick up again at 18, and it should be about 3 minutes. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eighteen, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I believe that was about 3 minutes and 4 seconds. So that's the practice, the present moment pivot. I hope you found this informative as to why we're doing this practice. This, of course, is not the way most of the practices that we will learn will go, but this offers us, I think, a useful foundation. Among other things, and if nothing else, where, when will you be practicing? Where in your home? What time? And how will you structure it so that you are really able to, on a regular basis, have this be the thing that is the priority? And doing this for 3 minutes or up to 6 minutes, as sometimes might have been suggested, is a really good way to begin to gather that data and to establish that foundation. Wishing you all the best.